2 days into Donald Trump's first criminal trial, and he's already facing the threat of punishment if the judge determines he already violated the gag order put in place to stop him from attacking trial participants, including witnesses. He's also been warned about his behavior inside the courtroom, where, as we've reported, the judge was not happy with him muttering near a juror. Outside the courtroom, over the last days and weeks, muttering hasn't been the issue at all. The message has been clear.
We are going to continue our fight against this judge.
A judge who's absolutely out of place. He should not be allowed to do it.
I have a Trump-hating judge with a Trump-hating wife and family.
He's totally conflicted. There's never been a judge more conflicted than this one.
All right. That is how Donald Trump has been describing the judge over and over and over again. I'm joined now by Judge LaDoris Hazard Cordell, a retired judge who spent 19 years on the bench in the state of California. Thank you so much for joining us. Given that you can see Donald Trump's clear and present animosity towards the judge in this case, if you were on the bench in this case with the world looking at every detail, how would you make it clear that you can be fair, but also that the former president, known for improper court behavior, has to follow the same rules as every other criminal defendant?
Well, I give Judge Merchan, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 10. He's doing a terrific job of doing just what you described, maintaining control, but also saying, you're not going to act out in my courtroom. So when Donald Trump acted out and actually said something, muttered something that was negative toward a prospective juror, the judge jumped right on it. But imagine if Donald Trump couldn't control himself in that respect, when people he despises, Michael Cohen, Stormy Daniels, take the witness stand. He has to sit there quietly, not say anything, show no emotion. And I can tell you now, he is going to act out. So it'll be up to the judge, and I'm sure Judge Merchan has thought about this, to do something to say, you're not going to act this way in this courtroom. And I will tell you, if I were the trial judge, I know what I'd do. If he started to act out, I would stop, have the jurors taken out, and I would have Mr. Trump escorted into a nearby room where there would be a monitor where he could watch and listen to the cross-examination and direct examination of the witness. And then, after that witness was done, I'd bring him back out, sort of like a timeout room. And then I'd bring him back in, and if he started to act out with the next witness, I'd take him back for another timeout.
So you're saying that basically it's legally appropriate or okay because he has to be in court, he has to be able to face the charges against him and the witnesses who are up against him, but he could be in a different room. In other words, they could show him the trial and then bring him back in?
Oh, absolutely. And again, if he is disruptive in the courtroom, what you cannot do, and this was done back in the day in the trial of the Chicago 7, where Bobby Seale was gagged in front of the jury, and you can't do that. So if you want to maintain control, then put him in a place where he can hear everything, can communicate with the lawyers, but give him a timeout. I guarantee you he'll learn, and if not, he'll spend that time sitting in a timeout room.
Yeah, this is really fascinating. Judge LaDoris Hazard Cordell, really appreciate you sort of explaining that as someone who's been on the bench for such a long time. And we're just reminding people, look, this is the former president, yes, but he's also the person who is going to be the Republican nominee for president for 2024 and during that campaign season. And so this is just a fascinating moment in our history to see him going to a criminal trial every day. To watch this all happen is unprecedented. Judge, thank you so much for being here.
Sure.